everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. Hope you all had a wonderful, fantastic, successful start to the new year. What a day it was for the EV sector. Lucid, Tesla, specifically, big days out of those stocks, and Apple touches the $3 trillion market cap. Although very briefly, but it did touch it. Guys, welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that don't know, TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated online premium education platform that's available today. At True Trading Group, results matter because they do. We have one simple goal. That's help you guys learn, trade, and profit. If you are new to this live stream, make sure you subscribe to the channel because 6 nights a week we go live. Sunday through Friday, where myself, other TTG pro trader moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets and provide you guys with free lessons that can help you to become a better trader and investor immediately. But why should you listen to any of this stuff we talk about on here? Guys, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. All right, I began my career working at a fund in New York. My very first job out of college, that is where I was taught how to trade by other professional traders the proper way. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession. The stock market crashed. But during that time, I went on to receive one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. And aside from that, now since 2016, my team and I at True Trading Group have helped literally thousands of retail traders from all over the world, from all walks of life, achieve peace of mind from financial freedom by learning how to trade stocks, options, and crypto. At TTG, we teach you how to fish, how to stand on your own 2 feet, how to become a self-sufficient trader. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's also not gambling. It's a skill. Skill needs to be learned like any other, especially since it's a skill that can potentially help you guys reach financial goals that you never thought were possible. Folks, this live stream is going down as follows. We're going to kick things off with a 15, 20-minute Q&A session. We're going to give some time for people to log on, let you ask me questions, whatever it is that is on your mind. Adam's going to come on and join me for that as well, my business partner and co-founder of the TTG Fam. Then I'll spend about 15 minutes or so. I'll tell you guys about the membership. All right, I'll tell you guys about the incentives that we have here to join tonight. The holiday sale is over, but do not worry. Tonight's offer is also pretty damn good as well. If you've ever had an interest in the TTG platform, you most definitely want to hear what we have for those of you that are looking to join here tonight. And then we're going to recap the first trading day of the year. Tesla, Lucid, why did they explode today? Apple hitting the $3 trillion market cap. Is that sustainable? Is there more upside on that stock, or is it about as good as it gets with a $3 trillion market cap? We're going to go over all of it. And we are giving away not one, but 2 brand new stock market reports here live on this live stream. In order to get the most out of the stream, though, folks, and even those reports and the markets overall, you've got to be educated, though, and that starts right now. At the end of the live, I'll take some time and I'll show you the platform. For those interested, like I said, TTG is a platform. We are far different from just a chat room with trade alerts. We are all about giving you guys professional level education, but also combining and giving you access to professional tools and resources so you can make better informed decisions. I'll show you what all that looks like later on in the live. So without any further ado, let's begin the Q&A here now. Start typing questions in chat. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Do not be shy. Do not be embarrassed. Okay, asking questions is how you learn. So go ahead, guys, begin typing your questions in chat right now, and let's go ahead and start that Q&A.
Hey, Michael.
What's up, buddy? Happy first trading day of the year.
Yeah, no, happy Thanksgiving to you as well.
Oh, hey, listen. Happy Valentine's Day.
Merry Hanukkah.
There it is. There it is.
All right. So
Merry 4th of July, Adam. Merry 4th of July.
Well, happy Kwanzaa, brother.
Amen.
All right. Well, we both have a little bit of a throat thing going on.
Yeah, dude. We talk too much. That's the problem. We talk too damn much.
All right. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's see. What do we got? Nothing of substance just yet, although I see some questions coming in. Happy Easter to Money Heist. Mike, I have a question.
What's up?
I want to know, we've heard you say that 2022 is going to be the year of the active trader. And this is a question that we ask, that I've asked before, but maybe not in this way. it's going to be the year of the active trader. Are moves like what we saw today in Tesla is what you're expecting? You know, or is it that type of thing? Because you had talked about last night on the stream that there's going to be like massive volatility in the SPY. The SPY is going to have these 10-point moves in a day. You know, stocks are going to be volatile. Is something today like a preview of what's to come? Because it almost seemed so perfect, you know, that, you know, we were talking about this for the past week or so, and then, you know, nothing's really happening. It's kind of like sideways, and everyone's waiting on Omicron news and COVID. And then first day of 2022, man, you know, Tesla, as you could tell by our thumbnail, flexes its muscle, and there you go. So just curious what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah. You know, Tesla's move today, and a big shout out to our newest addition of the TG family, Mr. Matt Kors. He bought some call options on Tesla last week in anticipation of their delivery numbers, which came out over the weekend. And the reason why Tesla stock moved higher today, folks, is because they absolutely destroyed their delivery expectation numbers that the street was expecting. This is the reason why this was such a big deal, because it's one thing to beat delivery expectations. It's another to absolutely crush them. It's a whole other to absolutely crush them in the middle of a semiconductor crunch where other auto manufacturers are having a difficult time getting chips for the car. Okay, I just got a new car just a few weeks ago, and it actually took me, I ordered this car in April, okay, and I just got it. So that gives you an idea of just how, you know, backed up a lot of these auto manufacturers are.
Yeah, but that German car company is traditionally slow anyways.
It's just, it doesn't.
I heard they had to get the car from the mountains of Alpina. All right, I'm done.
So anyway, but yes, you know, so the fact that Tesla was able to beat that strongly, it really, really said a lot about Tesla. And now they're talking about looking to deliver, you know, over 1 million cars. Possibly even, you know, people are talking about now 2 million. I mean, they're just blowing away their delivery expectations. Tesla's at this point is just a machine. So you got this huge move. So there is a fundamental catalyst behind Tesla today. And we're going to get into this a little bit more later on in the live stream. I'll talk to you guys a little bit more specifically about Lucid, Tesla. Those are kind of the highlights of the live stream that I want to go over with you. We'll talk about that a little bit more in detail later. But the size of the move today that you saw in Tesla is something that I'm expecting more of, not specifically from Tesla, but just overall markets and overall large caps as we get deeper into the year. I think that, you know, the markets could start off like a little slow, and then once you get into like the middle, I think the second half of the year is going to be, you know, extremely volatile. And I just expect these size moves to become the normal. You know, it's like, you know, if you look at a chart of Tesla, you know, yes, Tesla has gotten very volatile over the last 2 months with very, very large size moves. The size of these candles, these are very large candles that Tesla is putting in. And you compare that when you go back here, these are much smaller size candles. This is very low volatility. Okay, so when you guys look back here, this is low volatility. And then when you get in here, this is high volatility. But high volatility is really what I'm going to be looking for in the overall markets and in large caps specifically, because I think you're going to get directional momentum and directional follow through in both directions, and to the upside and to the downside. And that's why I think that 2022 is going to be the year of the active trader, because I believe that when directions are chosen this year, they will run in those directions. And I think that you're going to have a good opportunity to catch follow through this year. And that's why I think it's going to be the, you know, kind of the year of the active trader. So to touch upon that.
All right, excellent. All right, I saw a question in here, and I'm always curious of this as well, right? This is going to be like a 2-part kind of question, maybe even a 3-part question, so hang on to your trousers. I'm
not wearing it.
Are you not happy that we're doing this at 4:30? I'm ecstatic.
Yes.
Guys, welcome to the new True. Do we have 900 people on here?
Yes, I can go to bed.
I'm not going back. All right. I saw a question on here, and I've always been interested in this as well. If I'm a trader, right, and I want to go ahead and I want to trade pre-market or after hours, other than making sure my brokerage firm allows it, so this is the first part. What are some of the prerequisites needed in order to do it?
In order to like physically be able to do it?
Yeah, like, do I need to be above PDT? As long as your broker allows it, can anybody do it? How does it work? Pre and post market trading.
It'll depend on your broker. So
okay, so what is it? So like most brokerage firms require you to have PDT or above 25,000 to do it, or
no, I don't believe so. I don't believe you need to be over 25K to trade after hours. I do not believe so.
All right, so as long as your brokerage firm allows it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And obviously those trades pre and post market will count as your trades if you're under PDT.
Correct.
Okay. Next question. All right, that was the first part. The next question is, what are some of your criteria? And this will be like a two-part thing. What is some of your criteria for placing a trade pre or post market, as opposed to during market hours when traditionally there's more volume? And what are some of the risks associated with both pre and post market? Go ahead.
So volume is going to be the key whenever you're trading pre and post market. Volume is usually lighter. In pre and post market, you will have certain scenarios that a small cap that has no interest whatsoever comes out with news after hours, and all of a sudden the stock trades more after hours than it did when the market was open. But volume is going to always be the key. Markets will be lighter. Stocks will be trade thinner in pre and post market because not all market makers are participating in pre and post market trading sessions. Not all traders, not all brokerage firms participate in pre and post market trading sessions. So you are not getting 100% of market participants in the pre and post market. So volume will be lighter. So that's why getting really strong volume in the pre and post is very important for me deciding that I'm going to take a trade pre-market or after hours. I will not touch a stock pre-market or after hours that has extremely low volume because I can very easily get stuck in that position. And what ends up happening is because the market is so much thinner and you have such less order flow, there's a lot less orders in the market than there are when the market's open. Like literally just the amount of buy orders and the amount of sell orders is far lower. So you run the risk of like me saying to myself, let's say I want to buy a stock at $21 after hours and I'm like, my stop loss is 20. Well, the stock might get down to $20.30 and all of a sudden some selling comes in and we go from $20.30 down to $19.80. And I'm like, wait a second, I wanted to get out at 20. Well, guess what? I wasn't able to get out at 20 because there wasn't enough buy orders at 20 to absorb whatever selling pressure came in from $20.30. And by the time I try to get out, the stock's at $19.75. And I end up losing a lot more money than I initially expected or planned on or thought I was going to when I entered the trade. So your risk is harder to control. I would advise people that are trading pre and post market to whenever you do it, adjust your position size down slightly. Adjust your risk down slightly because you always have the possibility of not being able to exit when you want. The other thing you have to keep in mind, one of the risks of trading pre and post is that your stop losses will not work. You cannot just set a regular stop loss like you could when the market's open. When the market's open, you can buy a stock at 21, you can set your stop loss at 20 and then, go to the bathroom. If the stock gets to 20, your computer will automatically sell you out of that position. That does not work after hours. After hours, you have to physically do it. Okay. You're not going to be able to, hotkey market orders in to get in and get out. You're going to have to use limit order bid and limit order ask orders as well. Right. So there's different things. There's different order types that you should be using pre and post market to ensure that you get your fills and your executions, and also different risk management because your stop losses will not work. and a thinner market can create extra slippage where you try to get out at a specific price, but you don't actually get filled until a completely different level.
Excellent. All right, let's see some questions here. Oh, real quick, I did look it up. So for those that want to know, pre-market starts at 4 a.m. and after hours trading ends at 8 p.m. Okay, brokerage firms that allow this for the full time frame would be Webull, Interactive Brokers, E-Trade, Fidelity, Merrill Edge, TD Ameritrade, Schwab, and TradeStation. That is it. Again, that is, and I'm sure Lightspeed offers it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You mean Robinhood's not on that list?
Robinhood is on this list, but they only let you trade 30 minutes prior to the open.
Right.
So
That'll
9 a.m.
Yeah.
And up to 6 p.m. So I'm actually quite surprised that Webull allows it, like the full gamut of it, you know? That's pretty neat, actually.
I would so much rather see beginners on Webull than
100%. If you're new and you're on here and you are wondering where to go to start your journey as a trader, there's a lot of different places you could go. You know, Webull is really good for beginners. You know, and as much as Robinhood sucks, if you are just starting out, not the worst place for beginners. Public.com is also pretty decent, and so is an app called Moomoo, is pretty good as well. All right. So, Mike, you look like you're looking at something. What are you looking at?
My old boss is actually one of the largest investors of Public.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like that. Like that. Or if you're brand new, you could join True Trading Group and get access to ETNA's Trade Simulator and learn how to trade without having to risk real money. Okay. Memphis Street Talk. Moomoo is the platform for Futu, not Fubu. Fubu is the company owned by Damon John. Or LL Cool J, or one of them.
No, Damon. Does he still own it? He sold it, I thought. No,
I think he sold it. Yeah. Canadian brokerage firms, Interactive Brokers.
Press Trade is a good one too.
Press Trade is good. Absolutely.
Whatever you do, do not use RBC's platform.
Yeah, garbage. Absolute garbage. All right. So somebody just asked, and I'll answer at the beginning, and then you can answer next. And this person does not mean anything by it, so let's not jump all over them. But somebody says, Sancho says, "What's the most you have made in a year?" Now, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna explain why it would be briefly explain why it would be detrimental to answer this question. Okay. First of all, whatever I make or Mike makes in a year does not pay your bills. Okay. It's not going to pay your bills. If I make $10 million, I got kids and a wife. And I got a bunch of family members that I support. So they're probably going to get first dibs, Sancho. It doesn't matter. What matters is overall win rate, the education, and how much you're making in a year by being a part of True Trading Group. Exactly. What we make in a year doesn't matter. What you make in a year matters. What other people make in a year, you know, what you guys make in a year as being a part of True Trading Group matters. Exactly. You know, we made a decision a long time ago that we would never use this channel to be like, hey, Mike, tell him how you made 90 grand today, bro. Or, you know, oh, Mike, you know, not saying he did. I'm just giving an example, you know, we're not going to use the channel like that, you know, and yes, do we want to sell you all memberships? 100% we do. I hope everyone on here buys a membership tonight, every one of you, but I'm not going to pitch it to you on a bunch of bullshit either. And that's the truth. All right. Next question. Did I do a good job answering that, Mike?
Yeah, a really good job. It's, just because, I can sit here and be like, and go through something like, hey, look how much money that I made. Why? Just to entice you to try to join me and follow me. But, there's a lot of people on here that have followed and joined other services because they're like, oh, look how much money this person makes. Let me do what they do. And you're not able to replicate what they do. Just because I make a certain amount of money doesn't mean that you're going to be able to replicate that. People have different risk tolerances, different account sizes. They have different time to put towards things. And it's just not, I think it's just not as important as a lot of people might think. It's not going to help you make money. There's a lot of people out there that might be good traders, but are they able to help you become a good trader? And there's a big difference between that. There's a big difference between, it's like, and this goes with anything, not even just trading, but being a good educator. Being a good educator is somebody that is obviously successful in what it is that they're doing, but they understand that material so well where they are able to explain a complex topic in a simplistic way. And that's what will make somebody a good educator. Just because somebody could necessarily make a lot of money doesn't mean that they're going to be able to show you how to make a lot of money. So
Right.
Don't focus on what anybody else is making. And that goes for, like, even when you see people on social media, like, oh man, look, I made $50,000 today. Great. What did you do last month? Did you make, $200,000 last month and now you made 50 grand today?
Right. Did you make it all trading? Was it diversified in other businesses? Like, all of that plays a role, right? So there's a lot of people on this live stream that have, companies that they own and projects and things that they want to start. We said this last night also, trading is amazing because you can actually self-raise money that you want to go start 50 other projects if you want.
Yeah.
This is really, people are so concerned about, like, are you a millionaire? Are you a million? You know what? Yeah, the answer to that question is yes. But did we make all of that money simply trading all the time? No, it's a combination of trading, selling memberships, owning a previous marketing firm. Like, it's a combination of things, right? Mike, how many times have you made life-changing money in one day? Never, right?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know, man. It depends. Yeah, no.
No, you don't have to lie. I mean, I know how much you make because I make the same. And I know that I've never made life-changing money in one day. I mean, I guess it depends on what part of your life you're at.
For, like, life-changing for my life? No, but
right.
Everybody's different, man. I mean, you have.
All right. No. Okay. So the bottom line that I'm trying to make is that Mike and I didn't become wealthy overnight. That did not happen. It is 15-hour work days. It is showing up when you don't want to. It's putting one foot in front of the other, even when you fail. It's all part of it. All this illusion about, get in the stock market, trade some crypto, trade some shit, and you're going to have a Lambo, a mansion, a house, and all this is garbage. It's 100% garbage. What we're Rome was not built in a day. What we're talking about here, at True Trading Group is the ability, and I'm going to start repeating this nightly because I think it's important that people really digest this. What we're talking about at True Trading Group isn't Lambos, mansions, yachts, and planes. It is having the ability to not have, to be able to stand on your own 2 feet, regardless of a global pandemic, regardless of trouble in the economy, regardless of cutbacks at your job, regardless of whatever. The ability to know that you have a skill that you can use to stand on your own 2 feet consistently, no matter what, so that you can not worry about your rent payment, your mortgage payment, your health insurance, your medical bills, your college tuition, your food, your clothes, to not live worried about how am I going to afford and pay for these things, right? To have that sort of freedom. Having that freedom allows you to do many other things to enhance your success. And that is what we are selling at True Trading Group.
Right.
All right. Let's see. Another question. So, Mike, I saw the question asked earlier. What happened with Tesla? Because over the weekend there was some news. There was some news with Tesla that there was a bunch of recalls, right? Or there was one recall, but it was for like a lot of cars, right?
Yeah, it was for a lot. It was for like definitely in cars, something like that.
Why did that get overshadowed?
That's a really good question. Honestly, when that news came out last week, actually, and there was a little bit of weakness on the stock, but nothing of significance. And I think it's because everybody was just waiting for the deliveries. The thing about Tesla, right, has always been a question of production. And can Tesla produce enough cars to keep up with demand? That's been a question mark on Tesla, that Tesla bears have had for years. Obviously, it's not going very well for Tesla bears. I saw an analyst come out today and reiterate their underperform rating on Tesla with a $295 price target. You're a clown. You're a clown. Just suck it up and say, I was wrong. I hate some of these Wall Street analysts that play these stupid games that, oh, you're bearish with your $295 price target. Let me know when it hits $295 without doing another split. Let me know when that day comes, okay? Because I'll refinance my house to buy the stock at $295 when that day comes. So let me know when that happens. It's just like, admit that you were wrong. I'm getting sidetracked. I hate when I see that stuff. It's like, bro, just admit you're wrong and move on. Don't come out and reiterate when Tesla blows out deliveries and the stock's up 14% at all-time highs almost, and you reiterate a 295 target. Clown. Anyway, I think that with Tesla, everybody was waiting for the delivery numbers, but also because other companies were having issues with semiconductors. Other companies are having issues getting these chips and these computer chips, to kind of operate these computer systems that are in these cars. These computer systems in these cars today is absolutely insane. The technology in some of these new cars is mind blowing. It's crazy. It's mind blowing. And I think that people just were more impressed with Tesla's ability to ramp up production and meet production in what is a very difficult logistical time right now for companies that are producing any goods, never mind goods that are actually requiring semiconductor products that are very hard to get their hands on and are backed up. And then you look at going into 2022 and Tesla's going to have their new plant coming online. That's going to increase their production even further. So I think that is the real storyline behind Tesla. And it wasn't necessarily the recalls, just kind of got brushed under the rug. I don't really know why else nobody really cared about the recalls. And everybody just cared so much about the deliveries. And I just think that's because that's been kind of at the core of the question mark surrounding Tesla was, are they able to meet production schedules and production demand? And you got your answer today.
Yeah, it's funny you bring that up. Like recalls happen in cars all the time.
Yeah.
Especially on cars that are mass produced like that. So, I don't think people were necessarily worried of, oh man, this big recall, right? Like, I think it was more, I could see how the meeting of the demand was a bigger issue than.
And just to be clear, I also, the issue with the recall affected a lot of vehicles, but the issue on the recall was very minor from what I understand.
Kind of like Omicron. Just kidding.
Oh.
Joe left. All right, I have a question I see in chat here. First, two-part question for you, Michael. Mike, what is the difference between a growth stock and a blue chip stock? Let's start there.
I don't think it's fair to just say that a blue chip stock can't be a growth stock. I don't think that's very fair because you can look at a stock like Microsoft and Apple, consider that a blue chip, but I would say that you have tremendous growth on both those names.
Okay, so then let's start with what is a growth stock? What is a blue chip stock? But
I understand the question. I understand what they're getting at. So let me address the kind of the question where they're talking about growth stock versus blue chip stock. When you think of the term like blue chip stock, it's a very kind of broader term now that kind of has grown to mean a little bit of a different thing from when that term originally kind of started floating around Wall Street. You know, when you look at growth stock today in today's environment, when you hear people on CNBC talking about high growth valuations, high growth stocks, you're talking about stocks that may not even turn a profit today, but are reinvesting at tremendous rates and are, you know, raising capital and taking on debt to build out their infrastructure to increase market share so that they can experience, you know, profit further down the road. But their focus right now is not profitability, but rather their focus right now is growth. Let's get as big as we can, as fast as we can, and worry about profitability later. Yet a lot of your tech companies are fit into that mold right now, and those are going to be your high growth names. These companies that have just astronomical valuations, where they're not actually generating earnings and profit and free cash flow that would match such a dominant, you know, type of growth figure. Like you look at a company like Apple, Microsoft, Google, okay, or Alphabet. These are companies that generate absolutely insane amounts of money. Okay, the profit that these companies generate is astonishing. It's more money than most people could really fathom how much money these companies actually generate in a year as far as revenue, sales, and then eventually, you know, net profit. So I would argue the fact that your blue chip stocks are companies that are profitable right now, okay, that have strong free cash flow, have strong balance sheets, and are trading based on multiples of earnings that they are generating today. That it is not a question of, is this company going to succeed? These companies already have succeeded. Now it's just, you know, how much bigger can we get? It's not a matter of, is Microsoft going to be successful? That question was answered a very long time ago. Now it's a matter of, how big can Microsoft get? How many different pots could Microsoft dump their hands into to pull out a piece of the pie, right? Getting into different industries, and look at Apple getting into the electric vehicle market. You know, it's like, how big can Apple get? How far reaching can the tentacles that is the Apple economy, because Apple is bigger than most countries' entire economies around the world. I don't know if a lot of people realize that or not, but Apple is bigger than most countries in Europe. Okay. That's how big Apple is. But that's going to be your blue chip stocks. And then your growth stocks are going to be companies that, you know, do not have those type of earnings and that type of net profit and free cash flow, because they're taking whatever earnings that they're making, they're reinvesting it back into, you know, infrastructure, into expansion, into CapEx. They're trying to just get as big as they can, as fast as they can, and they're going to worry about profitability later. They're trying to swallow market share now so they can then generate the profit later. And companies and investors will pay a premium for that future expected earning. The company's basically saying, hey, investors, we're going to get as big as we possibly can right now, but in like 3 to 5 years, because we're going to be so big, we're going to generate, you know, $100 billion in profit. But we're going to focus on the profitability later. We're going to work on growth now. And those are going to be your growth companies. And that's really the biggest difference between like a growth company and what you would consider like a blue chip. And this is going to be a major kind of discussion that you're going to hear a lot of people talk about in 2022. Because when interest rates are very, very low, basically zero, which is what they've been for the last several years, it's all about growth. It's all about growth because, you know, companies are able to borrow. The cost of capital is so low, so they can actually, you know, take on new debt and use that to fuel expansion. But also, when you go forward and you start to rise and interest rates start to rise, the future earnings start to get discounted, because that money, you have interest now. Interest rates, when you look further down the road, money now costs something. Money is no longer free. So what you start to see is that these real high growth companies that have these astronomical valuations, they start to get hit a little bit. Their valuations start to come down because you start to get discounted their earnings for the future start to get discounted now because of the increase in interest rates. And then you'll start to look at companies that are generating strong cash flow now. That's what people want to look at. They don't want to pay a premium for earnings in the future, because that money, if an investor has that money sitting, you have interest. So that potential earnings in the future become less valuable, or a little bit more risk than, when you look at risk reward. But when you're talking about now interest rates growing, investors say, okay, if interest rates are rising, I'd rather focus on companies that earn profit now. And that's going to be your Apples, your Microsofts, and I went over this last night in my session last night when I talked about the stock market outlook for 2022. And I was talking to you guys about companies like Chevron and Exxon and these companies that generate a lot of money now, right now. Okay, guys, don't forget, we still have that report is available. If you guys are interested, I published a report. It's my stock market outlook for 2022. I gave you my top 3 sectors that I believe are going to outperform the markets in 2022. And I gave you a handful of stocks to look at as well for 2022. And every TTG full-time member and every trial member does get access to that report. Okay, so keep that in mind. If you guys want my stock market outlook 2022 report, where I give you my top 3 sector picks and I give you individual stocks within those sectors broken down for you in an 18-page report, you guys can get that by being a trial member of True Trading Group or by being a full-time member of True Trading Group. That is available to you guys today.
All right. Let's see. It's already 5. Let's see if we have any more. All right. So what I just kind of want to further comment on that with Mike. Guys, we have a trial membership. It's a $3 trial membership. You get 3 professional introductory courses. You get access to the TTG chat room for 1 whole week. That does not include holidays and weekends. So if you sign up today, you will get a full week. And you get unlimited usage of all tools listed on the page here. So you'll get immediate, unlimited 24/7 access for 1 week to the Benzinga Pros, live streaming newsfeed and Squawk, Trade Ideas real-time scanner, stock profiles, and complete analyst ratings that you can download. And of course, those 3 courses. And now, and it's $3. And when that expires, you are not. There is no auto renew. So once that expires, it just expires. If you don't manually upgrade to a 1-year membership, then nothing happens. You don't get recharged. Your account just closes, and that's it. We charge $3 to make sure you're a real person, and literally that's it. All right. So for that, you would go to ttgthree.com. That's ttgthree.com, ttg3.com. Enter your name, fill out the info. It's just $3. You will get immediate access, and you're gonna want to do that. Like, look, just a word of caution: hear us out on the full membership first, because what happens, okay? What happens is that when you sign up for the trial membership, the cost of a membership is $1,420, 35% off that you save. If you sign up tonight for an annual membership, well, you're going to save a lot more. You're going to save 43%? 43% on that membership. All right. But if you're unsure and you want to sign up for the trial, do so now, because when you do, on your member dashboard, you are going to get the True Trading Group's 2022 stock market outlook, plus the best stocks and top sectors to invest in 2022. It is a full 18-page report that we have put together, and Mike has put together for you guys, outlining his top sectors, top picks within those sectors, and why. Extraordinarily detailed. And Mike, I think you wanted to kind of touch on some of those have already started to do well today. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great start to the year on some of my top picks. Without giving you guys too much detail on some of the individual stocks that are in there, because I want you guys to actually spend the time to go through that report and understand why some of the sectors are in there that I like. But some of the 2 of the top sectors that I like for this year is energy and financials. And you had some big days today on some of my top energy and financial picks for the year. If you guys just take a look at
Well, save it for after we tell them about the membership for a sec.
Okay.
All right. Next, in order to find the report, you go to your member dashboard, which is on the screen. Okay. You'll see Tuesday watch list, which is not up yet. You'll select announcements and schedule, and it is right here. Also, for our annual members, we have just released a brand new report. All of this stuff is free when you're a member. We just released a brand new report. It's 101 ways to invest in the metaverse. A brand new report, 101 ways to invest in the metaverse with stocks associated with it and why. Okay? This is available for all of our annual True Trading Group members right now. You go to your dashboard, you will select announcements and schedules, and both of these are available for download right now for all of our members, for all of our annual members. For our trial members, okay, you will be able to download the True Trading Group's 2022 Stock Market Outlook, plus the best stocks and top sectors to invest in 2022. You will not be able to download the 101 ways to invest in the metaverse. All right, not yet. All right, so that is that. That is the trial. Also, cool little tidbit of information. In approximately 45 minutes in the main chat room at True Trading Group, all trial members are welcome. All regular members are welcome. Chris Toner, 25 years of options and due diligence experience. He is going to be giving a 2-hour workshop for free to all trial members and all True Trading Group members, covering deep dive due diligence and options trading inside the True Trading Group main chat room. That will take place in 45 minutes, and you are all invited. Even if you don't want to sign up for the full membership yet, if you want to do it, if you want to attend that workshop, it's from 6 to 8 tonight. All you have to do is go ahead and register and go to ttg3.com, sign up for a membership, and you'll be able to access the chat. All right. All right. Now, Mike, take it away.
All right. All right, folks. So there we have it. All right. What I'd like to do here now is we're going to get into today on our live stream now, and I want to do this before Chris Toner starts that workshop, because I know there's a lot of people that want to dive in and want to get into that. I'm going to cover with you guys real quick. We'll spend about 10 or 15 minutes because there's a couple people I see that are asking us about how do they become a member, because I see I'm just reading comments that are coming through. So let me take 10 minutes. I'll explain to you guys how to become a member of True Trading Group, and then I'm going to talk about Tesla, Lucid, and Apple. Okay, these are the 3 stocks that I want to talk to you guys about tonight. Why did Tesla and Lucid have big days today? And then Apple hits the $3 trillion market cap. Is that sustainable? Is Apple a buy at this point? I'm going to walk you guys through kind of my thoughts on Apple at $3 trillion and Tesla and Lucid's price action today. And is there more upside on both of those names? I'm going to go over that with you. But first, let's spend about 10 minutes or so. Let me tell you guys about the membership quickly, because Adam was already telling you guys about the trial and everything. If you guys wanted that report for the Market Outlook 2022, and then the ways to invest in the metaverse. But I'd first like to see who's on the live stream right now that's not a member of True Trading Group, or maybe this is your first live. Just type the number 1 in chat right now. Just type the number 1 if you guys are not a member, like this is your first live. Just type the number 1. I like Unity also, Mom Tricky. Somebody just said, hey, what do you think about Unity? I like Unity long-term. Excellent company, great technology. All right, we have EMC, Wendy, Deborah Olson, Rude Boy, Brisma Perez, Chris Thaler, Claudia LeQuinn, Space Cadet, Andy Mann, Carl Katz, TS Kicks. Beautiful. All right, a lot of people that are typing the number 1 that I see coming through in chat right now. For those of you, Ali J, DJ, all right, perfect. All you that are typing the number one in chat, guys, you might maybe don't realize just yet, how fortunate you are to be here right now on these live streams, but you'll soon find out with the education and the different information that we share with you on each and every single one of these lives. But let me tell you about the membership briefly, and then we're going to talk about those 3 stocks specifically, and you guys can start diving into that report later as well. So I told you before that results matter at True Training Group, and results can be defined as an effective consequence or an outcome of something. And an example of that would be an effect of you joining True Training Group, going through the courses, taking the quizzes, okay, passing the exams, using the tools, joining the study groups, the workshops. Like we have the workshop today, Chris Toner going over the workshop from 6 to 8 tonight. You guys have a very good chance of making money and becoming better traders. And if you guys don't believe me, I know it doesn't mean much for those of you that are new and you're not a member. It might not mean much when I say something like that, but let's ask members themselves. Very simply, folks, if you are a member of True Training Group, very simply, are you making money? Are you guys becoming better traders? I'd like for you to type the number 1 in chat right now if you are. Okay, so if you are a member, you guys are making money, becoming better traders, type the number 1 in chat right now. Anyone that's not a member, I invite you guys just to pay attention right here. Just put your eyes right here. Look how many number 1s are coming through this side of the screen. This is what I mean by results matter. This is what results look like. These are TTG members that are making money and becoming better traders. If they can do it, so can you. All right, they found True Training Group the same way that most of you did, and that's a live stream. Okay, or maybe a friend or family member referred them to it. Okay, if they can do it, so can you. All right. Another example of a result would be, and I don't make up these numbers, you can look them up yourself, that by you guys trying to figure out the stock market game by yourself, you actually have about a 90% chance of failing miserably at this. And I tell you that not because I think True Training Group is the only way for you to be successful. I don't think it's the only way, but I do think it's one of, if not the best ways for you guys to get yourself the proper education and the best way for everyone of all skill levels from all walks of life to be able to have the best chance to learn, trade, and profit. Our goal is to help people reach their goals of becoming consistently profitable by combining premium education, which is the same stuff that I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. You're getting a simplified and expanded upon version of the 3-month educational training program that I went through when I worked at that fund in New York. They did not let me touch $1 of their money until I went through that training program. You're getting a simplified and expanded upon version of that in the education that's part of the platform. But you are also getting tools and resources from some of your top companies like TradingView, Benzinga, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, Polygon, and more. All right. Our goal is to help you guys to learn, trade, and profit. And that's what the TG Fam is all about. Our goal is to level the playing field. Okay, guys, remember, just give me a couple of minutes. Just stay right where you are. We're going to talk Tesla, Lucid, and Apple in just a couple of minutes once I tell you guys how you can join for those that are asking about it. Our goal is to level the playing field for the retail trader, to make sure that we can empower the retail trader. I want True Trading Group to be the reason why Wall Street never refers to retail traders as dumb money ever again. Now, that is going to also require an effort from us to make sure the TG platform remains within reach financially for most retail investors. Now, because of that, okay, we are walking the price of our membership up to $22.12. Now, you guys don't have to freak out because tonight we're not at $22.12 yet. We will be this year as we go into the year 2022.
Yeah, it'll be fairly soon within the first quarter of 2021. I'm sorry, 2022. And the way that we're going to do it to keep it in reach of people is we're going to allow you to pay $1,000 or $1,100 up front, and then the balance 6 months later. So that is how we will be able to keep it in reach of most people. It is very important that for us as a company that we keep this in reach for the people that want to do it, regardless of how much money you have to start with or not. For most people, just to keep it in reach. So that is what we will do when we get to that number, but it is not there yet. We come to the way that we structure our pricing is however many features we can fit in, at a price point that is comparable to what the average person pays in rent in the United States. That is how we kind of gauge and keep it affordable for people. So,
yeah. Thanks, Adam. Yeah, guys, there's a lot of different groups and services out there that are, $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $10,000, and that's just out of reach for most people. And I don't want anyone to feel that anyone that wants to get this type of education and have access to these tools, I don't want them to feel, that it is out of reach for them financially. And that's why we work very hard to, form agreements and deals and contracts with a lot of these other companies so we can have their services on the platform. If you guys went out and paid for the services and tools that we get from Benzinga, Quote Media, Trade Ideas, Polygon, if you were to pay those companies on your own, you're spending probably around $6,000 a year for the tools that are all on the TG platform. So we negotiate those deals for you and they're on the platform. So you guys have access to them as a full-time member. So tonight, you guys can actually join the TTG family for a 43% discount, brings the price down to $1,250. Okay, that's $1,250 before that price goes up to $2,212. We are moving that price up daily until we get to $2,212. Okay, so again, that's $1,250. It's a 43% discount. All right. Just a few weeks ago, you guys would have been able to get the membership for, in the 1100s, but now we're up to $1,250. And now that price is going to continue to climb until we get to $2,212. So the price is normally $2,212. We're going back there soon, but the next, the next 20 people that go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121 will be able to get themselves the 43% discount, brings the price down to $1,250, but you're also going to get 2 small private study groups where you will be able to actually speak to a pro trader at True Trader Group, go over lessons and topics you're having trouble with and get your questions answered so we can speed up your learning curve. Okay. This offer is available up until midnight tonight. The next 20 people will also be getting themselves an Amazon Kindle Fire HD or Android tablet. Okay. So again, the next 20 people that go to ttgoffer.com and use the code TTG121 get the 43% discount, the 2 private study groups, and a chance to earn the brand new Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet or Android tablet upon becoming TTG certified. Okay.
Right. And the choice is yours. You can choose either the Amazon Kindle Fire HD or a brand new Android tablet. Worth noting, we've been telling you guys forever that we're running out of laptops. We are completely out. If for some reason we get laptops and you want to take a laptop instead of one of those tablets, we are more than happy to do that as long as we have the availability for it. So just letting you know that so that you don't feel like, oh, well, I signed up today and I got the tablet, but now I'm not going to get the laptop if they have laptops in a week. Don't worry about that. We will try and work with you if we have it available. But at the very least, you're going to be getting a brand new Amazon Kindle Fire HD or a Android tablet, which is still pretty amazing. It really
is a free gift.
Yeah, it really is the perfect tool to help you trade on the go. And it's free, 100% free. All right. We even cover shipping anywhere in the world. If DHL delivers to your country, we will ship it there. Okay. So,
And that's upon becoming TTG certified, folks, which means you've gone through the courses and you've passed the quizzes. Okay. You get a certificate. You can print it out, share it on social media if you want. You also get a green check mark next to your username and chat. Lets other members know that you guys have completed the curriculum at TTG, which is gonna really just mean that your opinion carries more weight now in chat. You guys also have the answer key, but don't cheat. You're only cheating yourself. You want to make sure you understand what information you know and don't know when you have your hard-earned money on the line. You guys are actually trading. So you do have the answer key, but I would not cheat. You really want to know what you know and what you don't know. All right.
The only reason we're sharing with you that you have the answer key is so that you don't think that like, oh, well, we get a free gift, but only if we do this. And how many people actually do that? We want to let you know that you could essentially cheat. It would be a weird flex to cheat just for an Amazon Kindle Fire HD, and but to each his own. Times are weird.
Yeah. and then lastly, folks, the other aspect here for those that are interested in joining the platform, but I want to make sure you all are well aware of is the money back guarantee that comes with your membership, because the next 20 people that join are not only getting that Kindle or tablet, whatever you choose, the 43% discount, the 2 small private study groups, but you're also going to get a complete full money back guarantee. But it's not even just any money back guarantee. We are going to give, everyone, not only your $1,250 back, but we're going to give you an extra $500 back on top of what you pay for your membership of $1,250. Here's the deal. All I ask from you is to actually give this a try. Put in some time, energy, and effort. Utilize the platform you're subscribing to. You'll pay $12.50. If you do not make your $12.50 back at least once during your membership after completing the courses, passing the quizzes, remember you have the answer key, and attending one private study group. If you do those three things and actually put in an effort and you still fail, meaning you don't make back your membership fee at least once during your membership, we will give you $17.50 back. That's $1,750. We're going to give you that back. So you're going to pay $12.50, but I'm going to give you $17.50 back for wasting your time. That's how much I stand behind this platform. That's how I put my money where my mouth is. That is how confident I am in our ability to help you succeed. There's not a single other group or service out there that would offer you that because they're not as confident in their ability to help you become successful. At the end of the day, that's what matters. Who cares what John Smith is making? Or who cares what Karen's making? Who cares what I'm making? What are you making? If you fail, True Trading Group as a business is going to lose money. And I'm okay with that because since 2017, we have a refund rate of only 1.78%. That's it. 1.78%. And we've never denied anyone of a refund that's requested it after not making their membership fee back and completing those three things. You just have to put in a little bit of effort. So if you're willing to work a little bit and actually put some energy into learning this skill, I'm willing to guarantee your membership costs and give you an extra $500 on top if my program fails you. But if you're going to be lazy and you're not going to do a single thing and you're going to hit me up a few months from now and be like, hey, Mike, I didn't make any money. Your program sucks. And I go and I check and you did not even log into one course. You didn't take one quiz. You never attended one study group. I'm going to say to you, my program doesn't suck. You're lazy. So if you're a lazy person, then no, True Trading Group is not for you. There's plenty of other services out there that would gladly take your money and never hear from you again. But if you're willing to actually give this a shot and really invest in yourself going into 2022 and actually try to learn how to take advantage of opportunities in the markets, guys, trust me, this is something that deserves your energy and your attention because it's something that can better your lives for you and your family. And I'm not exaggerating in the slightest bit. If you're willing to do that, I'm willing to guarantee your membership cost. So again, you can just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, 43% discount, 2 small private study groups, Amazon Kindle or tablet, and the money back guarantee plus the $500 on top. All right. So there you have, folks. And don't forget, you're also going to get, as a full-time member, you're also going to get the downloadable 18-page report of the stock market outlook for 2022, my top 3 sector picks, okay? My top 3 sector picks, the stocks included within those sectors. You're also going to get the new report, okay, that is 101 ways to invest in the metaverse. And you will also be able to attend Chris Toner's workshop that literally starts in 30 minutes. You will have instant access to Chris Toner's workshop, an options trader with over 20 years of experience going over deep dive due diligence and an intro to options trading. Literally starts in 30 minutes. That's a 2-hour workshop from 6 to 8, totally free with your membership, as is all of our workshops, but you just have to be a member. Okay, so you guys get access to all that for those that join right now. TTG121 coupon code, ttgoffer.com. Take advantage of it, folks. All right.
Yeah. I also want to say one thing before you move on. Saw a couple people in here saying, I just got here. This is an infomercial. Yeah, you know what? Parts of it is sales in here. We just did a 30-minute, prior to the 15 minutes, 20 minutes of sales, we did over a 30-minute Q&A session. Now we're going to get into all the stocks and the educational portion of this stream. Let me make something abundantly clear. We are well aware of the reputation of this industry, financial education, right? Stock market education. Let me show you trading from the beach while arriving in my Lambo and flashing all this crap around. Unfortunately, if we did advertise that way, we'd probably get a lot more members. Unfortunately, we would blow our credibility.
Yeah, I have integrity that I like to uphold.
Exactly. So, yeah, you know what we do? Instead of doing that, which would be way easier, it would be way easier to spend thousands of dollars a day and have a very simple equation. Say, okay, we're going to spend 5, 10, 15,000 a day. We're going to make 30,000 in memberships a day. And then that's it. And we don't need to do this consistently every single night. Right. But instead of that, we say, you know what? We're going to come on here and we're going to let people see us for who we are and what we do. Yeah, we're going to sell. We're going to sell on here. But we're also going to give you a shit ton of golden nuggets. A ton of real world education on here. And we're going to show you who we are and what we're about. And we're going to be real. And we're going to put it out there. And hopefully you're the type of consumer and you're the type of person that when you see that, it's refreshing. And it's different from everyone else that throws a bunch of garbage in front of your face trying to take advantage of your desire to do something better. So yeah, we will sell on these live streams. We appreciate everyone sticking through it. There are worse things to sell, I promise you. Okay? So, thanks.
All right, folks. All right, so there you have it. All right. So for those that are interested in the platform and in the membership, there you guys go. That's how you guys can take advantage of the offers and discounts and incentives that we have for you guys to join here tonight. Okay. Now moving forward, man, monster day in Tesla, Lucid following suit. So let's talk about what happened today in these stocks and is there more upside? You know, has the train left the station or is there more room to go? Tesla, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Okay. You know, earlier in the live stream, I started getting into this a little bit about the deliveries. Tesla crushed their deliveries today. All right. Absolute monster. Did not just beat expectations, but blew them out of the water. And it was the big shock here with Tesla was the fact that they were able to deliver more than what was even expected, even with the issues with semiconductors. And I can tell you guys firsthand how difficult it is to get some of these semiconductors, not only because of my own situation when I was getting a car, how long it took for me to get it, but also Adam trying to get, you know, his hands on laptop from wholesalers to include with the membership for you guys. I told you that we were running out of laptops and we're not able to get any more. It's been very challenging. You know, to get different electronics and it all kind of stems to the supply chain issues and how backed up these semiconductor deliveries are. So the fact that Tesla was able to blow expectations out of the water really says a lot about, you know, Tesla's own supply line and Tesla's efficiency and how the company is able to navigate a difficult supply chain environment while still beating expectations. And I think the reason why the stock went up so much today, you know, 14% in one day for Tesla is a huge move. The stock is up $147 a share. That is a ridiculous move. And the reason why I think it was up so big is because a lot of people expect supply chain issues to subside next year. A lot of people think that. And if Tesla's blowing out deliveries with those supply chain, you know, restraints, what's going to happen next year when supply chains loosen back up and Tesla kicks online a new gigafactory and a new production line, and they're going to be, you know, operating at 100% full capacity. You know, people are talking about over 1 million cars being delivered for Tesla in 2022. These are huge numbers. These are big numbers for this company. And that's why I believe the stock went up as much as it did today, because people are saying, wow, look what they did with the supply chain restraints. What is that going to mean now going forward into 2022? And while supply chains kind of settle and kind of open back up and things get normal. That's why I think the stock went up as much as it did today. All right. So when we go over to the daily chart and let's talk about where we are right now with Tesla, because Tesla has two key resistance levels that you have to focus on. And one of them is where we are sitting right now. One of them is this $1,200 level. This $1,200 level is your resistance point. Okay. You can see resistance here, and then now this is the current high of the day. Okay. And you'll also notice that when we had the big gap down day, this is a gap down day from November 5th to November 8th. That was the gap down day. We tried to fill that gap and then we found resistance at 1,200 and then sold off. okay? And the day prior was support, and then prior to that, that was resistance. So you had resistance, above it became support, back beneath it, resistance, 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 and now we are currently sitting at 1204, right at that $1,200 level. This is a very important level for Tesla. All right, this is an important level for Tesla. What I saw out of this stock today, with the volume that came in today as well, the volume that came in today on Tesla tells me that this thing still, that people are willing to just come right out of their shoes to pay up for Tesla. You know, this was like a really clean bull flag on the daily chart that I want to show you. You know, here's your up move, and then here was your little flag, and then now here's your next up move. And if you look at the volume profile on this, it tells me that we have more upside. You have increasing volume on that move higher. You had decreasing volume during this little minor multi-day pullback, and then you have increasing volume on this big explosion back up towards 1200. Everybody welcome Robert. Robert's the newest member of the group. Guys, welcome Robert. 19 of those tablets now remain. Everybody welcome Robert. Again, guys, you just have to go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121 to get that 43% discount before that price jumps back to $22.12. All right. You get the 2 small private study groups. You'll be able to attend the workshop in 20 minutes, and you will also get access to the full stock market outlook report and some of my top picks for 2022. Guys, if you have any problems signing up, or if you have any questions about the membership, you can text that phone number at the bottom of your screen. It's 201-775-9702. 201-775-9702. All right. So I think that, I think Tesla gets through 1200. There is a lot of resistance up here. And partly also because I do believe that the overall markets are going to actually make a new all-time high. I am looking for the SPY to make new all-time highs. It might happen even tomorrow and start to push up towards 481, 482. And I just think that that's just going to, help lift Tesla higher. And I think Tesla's going to go up and test this 1245, which is your all-time high. Your all-time high on Tesla is 1243.50. Okay, 1243.50 is your all-time high on Tesla. So if we get over this 1200, which is where we're currently sitting at right now, and please do not think that just because Tesla is at 1204, that means Tesla has broken through this $1,200 level. It has not. This is the level. Okay, this is the level. This previous pivot high is 1202. This previous pivot high is 1197. This pivot low is 1208. Okay, we are still within this level. Tesla is a very volatile stock. Tesla is not going to be a stock that's going to find resistance or support at one particular individual price right down to the penny. Tesla's resistance and support levels will be ranges. Okay, it will be ranges for support and resistance on Tesla. And this area that we're in right now is one of those ranges of resistance. And I think in order for us to really get through it, you've got to be looking at, 1210, 1215, and then you can look for us to push up towards that 1245 at that point. Okay. And I think Tesla will go up, and I think Tesla will touch and test that all-time high within the next couple of days, especially if the SPY is going to break through your all-time high of 479 and extend up over 480, and you're going to see the S&P 500 up over 4,800. I think that takes Tesla right to that 1245, 1243.50 all-time high. I do believe there's more upside on Tesla. Okay, I do believe there's more upside on Tesla, and then I do also believe there's more upside on the SPY itself. So that's why Tesla made the move that it did. Okay, that's why it made the move that it did today. But what else happened in the EV space today? Lucid also with a really strong day today, 7.5% gain on Lucid as we are getting off of this key support level that was down at around 35.50, 36. Okay, this key support level that you guys all see here, we're now getting off of that level, and Lucid was actually named one of the best one of the best cars to buy for 2022. Okay, one of the consumer reports, I forgot the publication that came out. There was an auto publication came out and said that Lucid is being named as the top car to buy for 2022. And that gave Lucid a boost on top of where you already had strength in the EV market, thanks to Tesla. And then that news started to circulate. Traders started circulating that article in the middle of the day, and that gave some fuel to the rally fire that was Lucid, to take Lucid up to 41.50 and give you a nice, solid 8% gain on the day. So I think you've got to keep eyes on Lucid, as Lucid is now kind of breaking out of what was a descending triangle pattern, a very clean descending triangle pattern. I'll go to a 15-minute chart just to show it to you guys a little bit more clearly. All right, maybe even hourly to show it even, hourly is even cleaner. So let me take you guys down to the hourly chart, and I'll make these lines bigger so you can see it more clearly. Okay, there you guys have it. There's that descending triangle, and you can see very clearly we broke out of that descending triangle last week, and now you're getting that follow through to the upside with that news catalyst. Very important level of resistance we have to talk about with Lucid. If Lucid is going to give you a chance to close this gap, okay, let me delete this line first. Lucid has a gap right here. Okay, there's your gap. All right, right there is your gap. Okay, you guys see that gap right there? From this gap down day, we gapped down on December 9th. Okay, that gap, I believe, wants to get filled. Now, the gap fill takes you up to 44.5. Okay, but first, we have to break through what, in my opinion, is a pretty key level of resistance. And that, my friends, is right around 42.25. So here's your next level of resistance on Lucid. We just stopped shy of that today. That's the level that I have eyes on for Lucid to really confirm that this is now a new uptrend rather than just a bounce off of this support level and kind of a sympathy play to Tesla's strength. If we break above 42.25, 42.50 on Lucid, I would then say that you have the possibility of a new uptrend being put in and seeing more upside on Lucid. So right now, we're not really sure if this is a real reversed trend, because we've been in a downtrend for the whole month of December. Is this a real reversed trend, or is it just a bounce and a little bit of a sympathy play to Tesla? Above 42.25, I believe Lucid starts to get into the argument of this is a new uptrend, and you can look for this stock over the next couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, to really start to get itself back up and test possibly even 49.50, which is going to be another major level of resistance once you get up to 49 and that $50 level. And where do I get that from? I'll draw that line for you guys right here, and you'll see all that previous support. Once you broke beneath it, you'll see there became resistance, and then that sell-off continued. So, you do have more upside there on Lucid, but we got to get through 42.25. I draw a line across your screen. If you see continued strength out of Tesla, okay, if you see continued strength out of Tesla, I would look there for Lucid. Also, Rivian needs to be on watch as well, because Rivian, similar to Lucid, has a very major, very key, very obvious level of resistance that is holding this stock back, and it's another gap fill. It's a gap fill. So here's the big gap down day on Rivian. This was December 17th. And guys, if anything I'm saying right now sounds over your head, or maybe it sounds a little foreign, you're like, what the hell is this guy talking about? Don't worry about it. You'll learn all this as a member of True Trading Group in the courses. Okay, we go over this every day in chat. What I'm doing right now, how I break down these charts. We do this live during the day, during all of our trading sessions. So don't worry about it if you guys are having a hard time following along. Okay, but this gap fill at 107 and change is a major level of resistance. This previous low was 107. We then tested 107. This is 107.50. It became resistance. And now, once again, today, 106.50 became resistance. This level is a key level of resistance for Rivian. If Rivian gets over 107.50, now you're talking about possibly seeing a trend reversal in the entire EV sector minus Tesla. Tesla really never participated. Well, yeah, that's not true. Tesla sold off in December when Elon Musk was selling stock. But obviously, you can see Tesla recovered, and a lot of the others didn't. So when you're looking at Rivian, okay, you can look at 107.50. When you're looking at Lucid, you look at 42.25. above those two levels, you have the chance of a trend reversal. That overall strength in Tesla can pull these stocks up with it. All right. Everybody welcome Peter. There are 18 of those tablets now remaining. Everybody welcome Peter. 18 now remaining. 18 now remaining. All right. TTGoffer.com. Use the coupon code TTG121.
All right, Mike, don't want to interrupt too much. Just want to go ahead and show everybody where to go to get into the chat room, because we had a lot of trial members sign up this evening.
Okay.
So here's what I'm going to do, guys. 1 second. One moment while I share my screen. 1 second. All right. So what you're going to want to do, oh, can't see my screen. All right. What you're going to want to do, this is the True Trading Group trial dashboard. Okay. So just open this up here real quick so you guys can see it. So once you sign in, what you're going to notice right away is that you have this big timer up here on the top right. The way this works is when you sign up, every 2 days the price goes up. The eventual price is $16.98. So yes, we encourage you to sign up quicker by increasing the price every couple of days. Okay, right underneath that, you will see that you have all of our social media. You have a welcome introduction video which explains everything here. And what you will notice is you have a button right here that says trading chat room right here, trading chat room. What you're going to do is you're going to click that button. It'll take you to this page. It'll say you are registered for 1 week between 7:30 a.m. and 6:30 p.m. until your 1 week expires. What you will do is ignore the 6:30 p.m. part for today. You will click enter chat room. The chat room will then load. Everything inside of our chat room is modular. This is where the screen share will take place when Chris is on. About 136, 137 people in there right now. The chat room is now open. So if you are a TTG member, time to log into chat. Chris is going to start in about 10, 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. Okay? Chat room is open. Now our trial members. Again, click trading chat room. Then you'll see this. You'll select enter chat room. It'll open the chat room for you. Okay? Do nothing else. Hang out in there. Get ready to get started. We go live in this chat room going over deep dive due diligence and options trading geared specifically towards the members with full-time jobs, busy schedules, and those that are under PDT rule. And speaking of those members that are under PDT rule or may have a busy schedule, I want to take this opportunity before I sign off, and Michael continue. But before I sign off, I want to take this moment to make a very, very big announcement for all of our members. So, guys, we are making a serious focus and effort to make sure that we cater and really help those that, because look, a lot of people had a lot of free time around COVID. Not anymore. A lot of people going back to work. A lot of people have to manage their time better. Not everyone can just sit in front of the computer. Okay. The great thing about True Trading Group is that it is on your own time. It's accessible 24/7, all the courses, all the tools. Okay. The only thing that has a time limit is the chat, 7:30 a.m., 4:30 p.m. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is this. One of our traders, right? Guys, type the number 1 in chat if you guys enjoy listening and working with the professor. Jason Simmons. Don't look too excited, Mike.
Yeah, just wait.
Jesus, bro. All right. Mike, explain who Jason Simmons is and why people enjoy him so much.
Simmons is the professor. He has the patience of a saint. He's one of the Pro Trader moderators at True Trading Group, guys, and he hosts the Morning Colada Club every day, where he opens up the chat room at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, and it's basically just a gigantic learning session in that pre-market where, you know, people ask questions, they talk about different stocks and trade ideas. He helps them, you know, from something from as basic as, can you help me set up my charts, to identifying support and resistance and chart patterns, all the way up to some complex things about economic data. So he'll go through every day pre-market, what's going on, what companies have news, what's the watch list, what's the game plan, what economic data is coming out for the day, commodity pricing, you know, what effect will that have on the markets? And this is something that goes on literally every single day in chat, in the pre-market session, until I come on shortly after 9 o'clock and I go over, you know, my watch list and my game plan and what stocks I'm focusing on and where I'm going to buy, where I'm going to sell. And I walk you guys through that entire game plan in the morning session. So that's Simmons. We call him the professor for a reason, because he's a fantastic educator. And like I said, he really does have the patience of a saint, and it really does a great job of answering people's questions.
All right, excellent. So one of the things that Simmons did a little while ago is Simmons started his own little personal small account challenge, and he crushed it. Absolutely destroyed it. But everyone was a little miffed because he kind of kept it to himself. All right. So I spoke to Simmons today, and here is what Simmons is going to do. Starting Monday, January 10th, Simmons is opening up a new trading account. Well, he's going to open it up before then. Open a new trading account. He's going to fund it with $1,000. He is then going to build up that account with $1,000, and he is going to be alerting every trade for that account specifically. So if you have a small account, let's say only $1,000 under PDT, okay, even $500, and you want to follow along on his journey to grow his small account, guys, we're going to start at 1,000, and the goal is to end above 25,000 without blowing up the account. Watch us go to work. If you have a small account, this is going to be huge for you. Okay?
I'm excited for that.
It's going to be awesome, dude. He's a beast.
Yeah.
You know, we spoke today, and he's just like, well, look, I'm going to take my time. I'm not going to call out everything I say. I was like, dude, that's what you should do. You know, people need to understand, if you're starting with $500 or $1,000, you're not necessarily going to make 10 grand in a day or a month or 2 months.
Right.
It takes time. I was like, Jason, I don't care if it takes you 6 months. If you start with $1,000 and in 6 to 8 months end up, 10 grand, 25,000, I mean, that's a huge win.
Yeah.
And not only that, but everyone in here, you know, forget about, I mean, yes, we are putting out new courses on because we have a lot of workshops on how to grow a small account, but we're going to put out a real course on it. This is the best real world example to go along with that. The absolute best real world example to go along with it.
Because I'm just reading some comments from our members. I love you guys.
What are they saying?
Just some people like, you guys are seriously crazy if you don't join. So it goes.
I mean,
nowhere.
I don't blame people for not signing up on the first stream. I mean, look, you got to protect your money. You got to ask questions. You got to make sure that we're not full of shit. You know, there's too many people out there that take advantage of people. You got to make sure that this stuff is for real. So I don't blame you guys. You at least do the trial. You'll know in the first 5 minutes that we are who we are. Or go read the 1,402 reviews on Trustpilot. Even the bad ones.
I think they should read the bad one. Definitely should read the bad one.
Yeah, you should read the ones that are negative. What you'll see is that Adam is an a-hole. He's hard to work with, which is true. And
there you go. LD Jr. goes, I was skeptical too. I watched for months before I joined, and I have absolutely no regrets.
Thanks. So
he will be using Charles Schwab.
Yeah.
He will be using Charles Schwab. Somebody just asked, do I know what account he'll be using?
Yeah, Charles Schwab. You know what would be cool, though, is if maybe he does this one with Charles Schwab, and then maybe the next one he does it with some other brokerage to see if it's easier or harder, depending on the brokerage firm that you use.
Yeah, maybe. To make sure whatever it is he's comfortable with. If I know he uses Street Smart Edge, so he's really comfortable.
Jessica goes, this woman mod can only trade Roblox. That's not true, but that's not true. Jeff Bissett joined October 2021, already up $3,200.
Way to go, Jeff.
Way to go, man. So, all right.
So
I don't know how Jason's going to do it, whether he's going to do cash or margin. That's going to be up to him. But the strategy, you guys can literally follow along day by day.
Welcome back, Stephen Wilbur. Stephen Wilbur just renewed for his second year just now. Stephen Wilbur. I
saw that earlier today. Yeah, Stephen's
back, Stephen.
Our renewal rate is kind of ridiculous.
Was it 73%? Something like that?
No, it was like 72%. It's like 75.8% or something like. It's stupid.
Wow.
It's like
literally 3 times the industry average.
Yeah. But then I think, oh, well, did I manipulate it? Because for a while I was offering people like a couple $100 off if they would renew early. But you have to, but not really, right? Because you're not going to pay for it's still over $1,000. You're not going to pay for something again if it's right.
Yeah, no, you're not going to. Who cares about a discount if you're not going to pay for something you're not happy with?
Right, exactly. Again, that small account challenge that you guys will be able to follow along with will be starting Monday, January 10th. Okay? If you are a trial member, get your butt in chat right now. You do not want to miss what is about to happen. Okay? Cool. Mike, I'm signing off. I'm going to go in chat. Take care. You got this.
Okay, guys. So we talked about Tesla, we talked about Lucid, we talked about Rivian. I want to touch upon Apple now real quick, touching the $3 trillion mark. The $3 trillion mark was right there. Okay, this green line, I'm about to make green. Right there, folks, that line, that is a $3 trillion market cap. And we touched it for about 2 minutes. All right. We touched it and then immediately started to pull back away from the $3 trillion level. Listen, this $3 trillion level on Apple, I think that it's fun. It's cool to talk about this $3 trillion level, but I don't necessarily think there's a lot more upside on Apple right now. Touching 3 trillion, I think it was kind of, once you started to make a move back up towards 180, I think it was expected that $3 trillion level was going to act as a magnet, okay, to hit, and you got there. It acted as a magnet. The stock just got pulled right up to it today. I mean, like literally, it's like when you look at this, the way the stock traded today, it's like it literally just got like pulled up to that level. And then all of a sudden, the stock just at that very moment, the stock just stopped going higher, right? Like just stopped going higher as soon as we touched that 3 trillion. So, I think you're going to see, you're going to see a pullback. I think you're going to see a pullback. I think you're going to see kind of a reset on Apple. I think maybe you can get maybe 1 or 2 more days to trade up there at the $3 trillion market cap as the SPY, starts to climb up towards new all-time highs. And then I think you see a pullback. I don't think that you're going to see, I don't think you're just going to see Apple, do something like this, and just start to just rip faces off and get to 3.1 and 3.2. I don't see that happening. I think, Apple, I think I just said Tesla, actually. If I didn't, did I just say Tesla? I don't know if I did or not. But, regardless, I think that, this is a good area for Apple to start to breathe a little bit, to start to just, relax and chill out and pull back or consolidate. And I think that Tesla can kind of sit out any type of market rally and just kind of, trade a little bit similar to like this. I kind of expect something like this type of price action. Okay. Where it's like, you see how we kind of consolidated, then all of a sudden you had this little break and rally and then just come back down to earth. I think you can expect something similar to this after the $3 trillion hit and then just that quick little pullback. So that's kind of what I expect from Apple. I'm not crazy about a lot more upside here right now. And then once you get into, rising interest rates and, valuations will start to come down a little bit. Apple's trading at about 31 times. Or forward PE. I believe Apple's at around 31, which is you're getting up there. Yeah, you're getting up there for a company of this size to be trading at that kind of multiple. So I think that I think the stock going to take a little bit of a breather. I think it's like, yay, we hit it, 3 trillion, but now it's like, all right, we got to talk about new products and advancements in EV and all that, which I think will take some time. Okay. Does anybody have any questions specifically about Apple, Tesla, Lucid? Before I go on, does anybody have any questions specifically about Apple, Tesla, Lucid? Before because I do want to show you guys the platform. Remember, I said anyone that was interested, I'll show you guys the platform so you can see all the tools and resources you get as a member. What do you think, Michael? There was a guy in CNBC today saying Apple's going to go higher because of the metaverse thing going. Okay, so let me be clear. Did he mean in the long run? Yes, he meant in the long run. I also believe Apple goes higher. I also believe that there will be a point in time in the future where we're talking about Apple hitting a $4 trillion market cap. That time will come. It's not going to come anytime soon. I do not believe that Apple is going to get to $4 trillion market cap for a long, well, it depends on what your version of long time is. But I think it takes a while for Apple to get to 4 trillion, but I do think it does get there. So I don't think that we have a lot more upside here. Like we're going to get to 3.5 trillion, 3.6 trillion, this month or next month. I don't see that happening. I see Apple flirting with the $3 trillion valuation. One day we're above it. One day we're beneath it. 2 days we're above it. One day we pull back towards it. And I think we just flirt around and dance with that $3 trillion valuation for a little bit and then eventually pull off away from it as I expect the volatility to increase as we get deeper into the year. But whatever volatility is created through rising interest rates and inflation and tightening monetary policy, whatever volatility is created from that will be buying opportunities on a stock like Apple. Apple and Microsoft, in my opinion, are two companies that I will never, ever, for as long as I live, not be a shareholder of. I will never, ever completely be out of Apple and Microsoft, ever. All right. I plan on being 60 years old, still being a shareholder of Apple and Microsoft. These are two of the greatest companies this world has ever seen. Some of the best run and biggest, most profitable companies you have ever seen. And I think that they're only going to continue to dominate and expand into other areas and sectors. And any type of volatility that you get in the market, which pulls these stocks down with it, will be buying opportunities. All right. But I just can't see myself ever not owning these companies. I believe Microsoft and Apple will go significantly higher throughout my lifetime. You know, if you fast forward 5 years from now, I'm confident Apple and Microsoft will be higher than where they are today. You know, fast forward 5 months from now, I believe they're going to be lower than where they are today. So it all depends on what your time horizons are and what your expectations are with the overall markets and what timetable you're looking at. Okay. What negative news can pull back Tesla and Lucid? What negative news? Maybe something from like a congressional standpoint, maybe something with Congress with EV stocks, or you know, something where they decide to, like, if you start to hear maybe they're going to move forward with you know, like a different version of Build Back Better, and it does not include, you know, spending for electric vehicle infrastructure, something like that. Maybe can give those stocks a little bit of a pullback. Maybe news of like a really horrible autonomous driving crash with Tesla, where maybe there's, you know, God forbid, a death or something like that with autonomous driving from Tesla, where maybe there is an investigation into Tesla's autonomous driving, and maybe there's, you know, ends up being a congressional hearing or something like that. That could pull the stock down. I mean, when you think about what negative news can pull these stocks down, there's a laundry list of negative things that can pull the stock down. I mean, again, God forbid, something could happen to Elon Musk tomorrow that would see Tesla crater. You know, there's a lot of different things that can happen that would make a stock sell off. You can't try to predict negative news. You know, I mean, honestly, news flow is just, you know, that's an operational hazard of being involved in the markets. Sometimes news comes out in your favor. Sometimes it comes out against you. You can't try to predict that. You know, that's not a good strategy. Try to predict negative news or positive news coming from a company. Okay. So that's that, folks. All right. So let me take some time real quick. Now, I want to show you guys the platform for those that are asking about it. I know we have a bunch of people that just joined the trial membership, but for those that want to join the full membership to get access to everything that we have. And also, don't forget, when you guys become members, you're also getting access to my 2022 market outlook report. It's an 18-page report that will also include my top 3 sector picks for 2022, as well as some individual stocks that I like within those sectors. And then you'll also get the 101 ways to invest in the metaverse, another in-depth report. That's for all of our people that join here tonight by taking advantage of the 43% discount. You guys can welcome Mark, Brisma, Raphael, and Joanne to our trial membership. Again, guys, that trial membership is only $3. We charge $3 to make sure you're a real person. You can go to ttgthree.com to sign up for the 1-week trial. Okay, again, that's Mark, Brisma, Raphael, and Joanne. ttgthree.com. Sign up for our 1-week trial. It's only $3. Okay. Now, let me show you guys the platform, because you have to understand that when you guys join True Trading Group, you're getting access to everything. There's no upsells for different courses and tools. You guys get access to everything we have as a full-time member. So you're going to get access to our chat room, of course, where you guys can watch myself and the rest of my 8 professional traders inside a chat, share their screen so you see what we're looking at. We alert our trades. We're talking on the microphone, going through audio analysis on everything, telling you what we're seeing, identifying opportunity in the marketplace. And I also tell you what I'm doing before I do it. So I always come on the microphone and I tell you what stock I'm going to buy before I buy it. I let you guys know what the entire game plan is, so it's easy to follow along with all those trades. Okay, you're going to be getting at least 10 easy-to-follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders that's currently sporting over an 80% win rate collectively. We're fully transparent. There's a trading journal on our website that tracks every buy and every sell that all of our moderators make, so you can follow along and see how you'd be performing if you were following along with our trade alerts. You also have the ability to DM the moderators throughout the course of the trading day and ask us questions. You're going to get those 2 small private study groups, a chance for you to get individual attention, go over lessons and topics that you're struggling with so we can help speed up that learning curve. You have Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, live breaking up to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat. No, so you don't have to rely on delayed news feeds any longer. Okay, real-time news, just like the pros. The faster you get news, the faster you can react, the greater chances you have of profiting. You're also going to get TradingView's premium charting software. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares used by active traders, free with your membership. Again, guys, everything I'm showing you, you will not pay $1 extra for. This is all included with your membership. You're also getting Trade Ideas Scanner. This is the industry standard when it comes to market scanning. This cloud-based AI software is streaming live on the TC platform. It'll show you what stocks are making new highs, new lows, which ones have a surge in volume. It's broken up into large caps, mid caps, and small caps. So no matter what you trade, we can make sure you're focused on the best stocks during the day. And then, of course, you have our simulator. Our simulator lets you trade stocks and options with fake money, with real-time data, so you can practice implementing what you are learning in the courses. All right. Then you'll be able to actually use even our own proprietary scanner that has the same functionality as FinViz Elite, which will also let you use for crypto scanning as well. We also have dark pool data and options flow for unusual options activity. This is stuff used to only be available to professional traders, guys. Dark pool data now at the fingertips of our TTG family to help you guys make better informed decisions. We have a full trading performance journal that tracks your stock, option, crypto, and even futures trading, and gives you statistics and data so you can see where you're making mistakes, so we can figure out what you need to improve on. This is a game changer when you guys are trying to track your own trading to figure out what you're doing wrong. Then you have our social sentiment scanner. Again, everything I'm showing you is included. You don't pay extra for any of it. Our social sentiment scanner will scour StockTwits, Reddit, and Twitter and tell you what stocks are being mentioned the most. That'll help you guys stay ahead of the curve. We also have our stock profile tool, which gives you all of our analyst ratings. You guys can actually see what analysts have, what buy, sell, hold ratings on any particular stock, as well as their price targets. This can help you guys make better trading decisions. Then you're going to get our daily watch list and game plan. See what all the TTG traders have their eyes on, how they plan on making money from the markets that day, where they're buying, where they're selling, so you know where to focus your time, energy, and attention. You also have our courses. Remember, simplified and expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There are no VIP pro courses that cost more money. When you join, you get access to all of it. Beginner and foundation courses for those that are new, advanced courses for those that are more seasoned. Also, courses on options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, how to trade during a market crash. I feel like that's going to come in handy at some point this year. All of this in text and video format, whichever is easier for you guys to learn. Then in addition to the courses, you have our video library that has well over 200 hours of additional educational video content. These are workshops and webinars that we conduct each week covering a variety of different topics. You have access to all of this, folks. And then, of course, you can attend all the live workshops and webinars like the one going on right now. Chris Toner, one of our pro traders in True Trading Group, been trading options for over 20 years, hosting a workshop that is live now in the TC chat room for deep dive due diligence and intro to options trading. You have our premium blog where you guys can get some useful tips and trade ideas, market commentary, and also all courses and tools we add in the future you automatically have access to free. You will never pay another $1 for courses and tools. Okay, so guys, the next 18 people to go to ttgoffer.com and use the coupon code TTG121 will get themselves that 43% discount, 2 small private study groups, and a chance to earn that brand new Amazon Kindle Fire HD tablet or Android tablet, whatever you guys prefer. It's actually your choice. And you get that money back guarantee. Don't forget, you'll pay $12.50 to join. If you do not make your membership fee back after going through the courses, passing the quizzes, and attending one study group, we will give you $17.50 back. I stand behind this program, folks. I put my money where my mouth is. Results matter at True Trading Group, and that's how I prove it to you. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot. I welcome, encourage, and invite you all to go read those reviews. Okay, 1,400 people have taken the time out of their day to leave us a review. Go read them. The good, the bad, the ugly. Go read them all. Then you guys make your decision. If you guys have any questions about the membership or you're having a hard time signing up, 201-775-9702. Text that number. Don't call. Text that number, 201-775-9702. That phone number is at the bottom of your screen. Okay. So there you have it, folks. All right, guys, remember, in order to download the Stock Market Outlook report and the ways to invest in the Metaverse report, you guys can go to the announcements and schedules tab on your member dashboard to download those reports. Okay. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. Remember, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. Otherwise, you can join the trial by going to ttgthree.com, and you guys can just spend $3 to join the trial membership for 1 full week. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. You're the best. I love you all. Hope you guys enjoyed this live stream, got some good education out of it, and are ready to kick some ass and take some names tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button, guys. Turn on those notifications. Don't ever miss out on these lives. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Later, guys.